Hi, I'm Scott Allwood. I watched Taildaters when I was in high school. I recorded episodes on VHS tapes, so I'm kind of rewatching those now. And what the show is like blind date with
friends spying on your every move, watching live from a stakeout box, paging with their advice.
The first segment is of Shyluck, which we're just going to call her Shy, and David. And the producers always have these little tags that they put underneath the people, which crack me up. David's is Future Mall Santa. Like, what the fuck? Shy is very outspoken.
I tell the truth, but I don't hide anything.
I'm a chill guy.
A lot of people call me a bitch.
But she's a figure skater, so that's cool. Let's meet the Taildaters. And yes, I am this excited about this show when I watch it. I think I just find it so fun. Shy has a grade school pal, Zach, which just makes me laugh that they chose to call him that. As like they've known each other a long time, I guess is why they did that. But it also, in my mind, just makes me think like maybe they haven't seen each other since they were children, and then he's on the show now watching the date. And then they have her friend Joe.
Hi, my name's Joe. I'm here tailgating Shylock.
Who the producers put not Shy's taste in men. These guys are ruthless. Who was writing these things?
Actually met at her work. I was hitting on her, and now we're just real good friends.
David has his good friend Stephanie, and then Lex, who they put as his caption, Stephanie's towel boy. I don't even know what that means. At some point in the show, did like he wipe sweat from her head? And they were like, we're going to put a caption, towel boy. That's so funny. I don't know. It's funny to me because it's so random and I have no idea what it means. We give it a little insight into David's world.
He's looking for a girl who won't be there 24/7, like invading his space.
He's looking for an Asian, I can tell you that. Like, when you go in his room, you see posters of Asians all over the wall.
Also that he is into Asians and that he has Asian posters like all over in his bedroom. And it just makes me think like if he brought a girl home and they went into his bedroom and then like she just saw all these Asian women posters on the wall, like how would she react? Like, okay, I guess he's likes Asians. And what if they're not Asian? What if he brings home a girl that's not Asian? That would make it even more weird. He's pulling out like a samurai sword and being like, here, hold this. I make fun of this, but I have a picture. If I brought a girl here on my wall that a friend gave me of me shirtless when we went on some water on a little beach with my butt in a dog's face. So I have no room to talk. Maybe I don't know if Asian women posters would be better. Probably so because, anyway. So Shy leaves her room and then the guys start talking about her and then they're like, oh, I've heard that she's kissed girls before. And
Craziest thing she's ever done is stripping in front of about 50 people, I guess, in a bar.
David apparently looks like the guys Shy typically goes after and dates. But he's only 19 and she's 21, and apparently she only goes for older men.
All right.
So they stand up and they're already holding hands. Like they're just into it immediately. And like, props to them because I don't hold hands until like date 13.
That's the start. He's holding hands.
It's so pretty up here.
I know.
She's so adorable. I don't see how she could do any of the things she does.
You think she looks innocent, but wait till you get to know her.
Every episode they get into a limo. So we're in the limo now and they're on their way to the destination, the date destination, which apparently is going to be ice skating.
Ask the question.
So you have a tongue from somewhere. There you go.
Right in the belly.
And the belly. Did that hurt?
I feel good.
Oh, don't talk about your belly button. It's tongue piercing, babe.
Doesn't lead to much. But then he starts talking about like, oh yeah, I'm pretty good at ice skating, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I want to be doing spins, you're like doing everything.
You'd be spinning on your ass.
Oh.
Okay, so this way the show works is that we have one couple going out and then we meet them and then we cut to another couple. So this is ADYR and PATRICK.
My name is ADYR, 23 years old.
Patrick makes me laugh on his first. He goes,
I'm looking for a guy, someone that can hang out.
I'm looking for a guy who can hang out. That was it. Like, that's what he's looking for. Whatever, okay. And there's also a can of Pepsi. I'll zoom in. There's a can of Pepsi right there. I love Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi guy, Pepsi over Coke. But is Patrick a Pepsi guy, or is that a product placement? I wish I knew. Now let's meet them taildaters. ADYR has a cousin, Bradley, who the caption is used to play dress up as children. So that makes me think, oh, well, if they played dress up as kids, that's something that, you know, she would have had to tell them and they would have written out, and okay. But then they show the friend Ian, good friend Ian, and his caption is the real Slim Shady because he has like dyed blonde hair. So I don't think that he is going to tell them, maybe you don't put my caption as real Slim Shady. So I don't know who's writing these fucking captions, and I need to know. Somebody who is in part of a Taildaters world, let me know. I know it's probably just the producers, but that dress up thing is so specific. It seems like so bizarre to put that if it's the producers. So then we meet Patrick's Taildaters, who is Jolene, who's labeled Drinky Buddy, and Matthew, who is labeled doesn't think he can tan enough or something to that sort. And shocker, he's a tan person. ADYR comes out.
Nervous.
He's a real good guy, and he's really flirtatious, so things should go good.
He likes straight acting men.
And I'm already loving this episode more than the last one I watched, because I feel like I'm getting to know these people a lot more, because a lot more is being said about them. Again, this is episode 21, so production's probably running a little smoother. Patrick says that he is looking for someone adventurous. His buddy says,
guy, or anyone for that matter, licks his ear. Well, that's his G-spot.
so it'll come up in the episode. Limo time. They're still getting comfortable when ADYR like does like an evil eye.
More.
I got the evil eye.
Anyway.
You got good evil eyes, though.
What did he say?
He said you have good evil eyes, though.
This is just adorable, and I'm loving every bit of it. ADYR starts talking about how he's a dancer.
I do love ballet, hip hop, modern, jazz.
Oh, it's a little everything.
Yeah.
ADYR's trying to impress him.
And he's cracking me up. I love ADYR. Because then he said, he's so goofy, he says this.
Watch again, I was cocky.
You want to see my real side? Huh?
I'm just genuinely excited about where this date is going to go with these two people, and how much goofier ADYR is going to be, because I'm loving every bit of it. I scream for Ice Queen. Chai and David are going ice skating, which seems a little unfair since she is amazing at it.
Come on, Shai, show them what you can do. Go for it.
Oh, not just a sit spin. Totally show off.
David, not so much.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna...
That's pretty much the clip. I don't know why MTV would make this the date. I mean, David's clearly uncomfortable in this situation, so there's no way that they're going to have any kind of connection. Anyway, moving on, we cut back to Patrick and ADYR, who are going to a bar. So this is a way more fun date. They have like a bartender there, and he's talking about drinks. ADYR is just tossing bottles. And then the bartender's like, put some salt on your neck, and then they start licking each other's necks, and it's like, this is going somewhere. This is the date. Not go laugh at David for falling on his butt, but actually like getting these people to connect and have fun together. We immediately cut back to Chai and David, and Chai's like,
He's a little shy, and I just don't want him to be too shy, so. Shyness scares me away.
Which makes sense, and the Taildaters and the limo were like, hey, he's not making a move, so you gotta do something, and she does.
Go.
Oh.
He's a wood.
I'm a what?
He's got cute lips.
She starts talking about David's lips. Oh, you have nice lips. And he's a shy boy, so he's just like, thanks.
He's not into it. He's not doing anything. What's the story?
And the Taildaters aren't having it, so they're like, he's still not getting it. Fucking do something. So then the friends text him saying, kiss her! Kiss her, you fool! And they do, and the Taildaters go wild, and it's a very cute, adorable moment. Bravo to MTV for this particular episode, because I'm enjoying the couple so much. It's so fun to watch. I'm engaged. How crazy is it that is 2023 and I'm watching this mid-2000s random episode of a show that had over 50 episodes, and it's just bringing me so much joy and watching these people come together. Just bravo, thank you for this show. Back to ADYR and PATRICK. Taildaters are getting restless. They want some kissing action, so they text him.
In due time.
Back to Chai and David. I feel like this episode is going back and forth a lot more than the last one I watched, which is nice because it just keeps you going. Chai's taildaters give away that she had sex that morning before going on this show.
She had sex with Steve this morning before the date.
What a kinky girl!
It's a good girl.
She had sex before going with a guy.
You know, there's a word for a girl like that.
Hey, you can't ever go out with a loaded gun.
So, of course, David gets a message from his taildater saying, ask her what she did this morning. And she immediately is just like,
So, what did you do this morning?
I had sex this morning.
Are you serious?
yeah, fuck, what up? She doesn't say it like that, but I love how straightforward she is. She is just like, yeah, I had sex this morning. And he's a little off-put by that, which is understandable at that age. He's 19. I would have been off-put by that as well. I guess if I went on a date with a girl now and she told me she had sex that morning with someone else, I'd probably be off-put even now to this day. So, I don't know. Anyway, David's a little weirded out. She asked what he did that morning, and he says,
Woke up, had a bowl of cereal.
He probably jerked off.
Punched the clown, you know, twisted a missile.
I didn't do anything this morning. I'm a loser.
that he ate cereal and that he's a loser. Relatable. Back to the limo. The friends of Chai text her saying, hey, you're the teacher, he's the student, teach him. And then she starts to try to get a little more physical, like, hey, show me your abs, and he's reluctant.
So let me see your abs.
My abs, I have
And your
no abs.
stomach.
Take off your shirt, Dave.
Which is understandable, especially when you find out that Stephanie
We all call him Chubbs.
and his friends call him Chubbs. They give him shit about like being a chubby guy. So he's not gonna be like, yeah, let me show you my fucking belly. Let me show you my fucking belly. But no, you know, so he's uncomfortable. Like, he doesn't want to do that.
She's giving him like every chance and he's just failing.
Don't touch that dial.
Feed him, you hunk. That's the thing that it says on the screen. And Patrick and ADYR go to a restaurant for some numbnuts. I say numbnuts because my notes autocorrected to numbnuts. I wanted it to say num nums. So they go to the restaurant for num nums.
So what's this whole thing? What, are you looking for someone, or are you just here to have fun, or what?
Played as a ghost. Cheers.
I feel like they're having a genuine, honest conversation. It's nice to see, but the taildaters aren't having it. They're like, they feed them French fries, and Patrick's like, okay, I'll feed him this fucking French fry. And then ADYR, hilarious, just puts his whole face down on his plate, grabs the fry. Lady in the Tramp styles it with Patrick. Leads to kind of like this awkward, like, should we kiss? We don't, shit. And then Patrick just goes, what? Do I think that this shit would be happening on a normal date? No. It's definitely enhanced because of the cameras and stuff. And thankfully that they're having fun with it enough to where they can do shit like that. Otherwise, I mean, I would watch that show where, you know, two people go out and just awkwardly get to know each other and you kind of learn the layers of people. But that's not a TV show. Back to Chai and David, which I'm like kind of, I thought it was cute at first, but now I'm just going, there's no chance that this is going to work out. David's too much of a shy boy. She's looking for someone who's not like that. So we're kind of just going to watch this fizzle out, I assume.
Like this whole date and he hasn't done nothing.
Maybe he doesn't like sluts.
Oh, she's not a slut.
She just slept with the guy this morning. She's not a slut. I think Dave's doing good. He's got it all together. He's got a kiss. It's looking good for him.
David and her get into the hot tub or the water or the bath or whatever the hell this substance of wet liquid is, and they start to smoochy smooch, and they're like, yo, yeah, David's like making a move. But then they start to make fun of him because like he just put his hand. There was this girl that I was making out with one time, and I was just like, oh, I want to touch you all over. And then I just touched her butt, and she made fun of me for it.
You don't even know what to do. Look, his hands are just resting there. You don't even know what to do.
So then, not much else goes on. She kind of moves away, you know, and then they go to her hotel room.
I think we just are too different. I just need somebody more naughtier.
Ooh.
And she lets him down gently. Hey, I'm just looking for someone a little more naughty. And he's like, oh, okay. And then her friend says, game over. Jigsaw just shuts the door.
Game over.
Patrick and ADYR at another bar, or at the same bar, I don't know. They're just sitting there having a genuine conversation, getting to know each other, talking about going on another date.
We gotta find some way to meet sometimes, you know?
Oh, look. They're already discussing about meeting up again.
I'm really enjoying this. And then the taildaters are not. So they're like, they text ADYR, yo, hit Patrick's ear, it drives him wild. And then ADYR attempts to do so, and Patrick is like, whoa.
Oh, be careful of the ears.
They're like touching now.
I guess the bar owner or someone that works at the bar comes over and sits down, and he's like, hey, we got a back room if you guys want to go fuck. No, he just says, we have a back room if you want some privacy, whatever.
I'm sick and tired of sitting here. Come on, come on!
Oh, make-out session.
They've got the straight up back room. That's nice.
We cut back to Chai and David, and they kind of like just do their reunion, and I enjoy these things, but then we, you know, get their little interviews, and she's like,
He's a sweetheart, but he's a little slow.
I felt pretty good in the hot tub, but I guess I wasn't naughty enough.
you know, he thought it went well in the hot tub, and he thought he was doing, like, finally getting somewhere, and no, it just wasn't enough. It was too little too late. Now the reunion of ADYR and Patrick and their friends, and it's all fun, and honestly, I love that the show kind of has this flow of one date going well and another date that kind of just doesn't work out. It's nice to not just have one or the other. If both were miserable, it'd be a miserable show, and if both were good, it'd be kind of boring. So it's a good back and forth. Now, I wish I could talk to anyone from this show, be it on an episode that they were in, or production, someone involved in editing, like just a camera guy who was there, one of the taildaters. It would be so fun to just like have some kind of inside knowledge about this show, because it's so fun to watch, and I'm just genuinely interested in production. So if anyone out there knows anybody, hit me up. I'd love to set up an interview and chat. Until then, I probably won't do a Taildaters episode anytime soon. I have plenty more that I could, but I'm going to move on to something else. I will see you next recap. This has been Recap Show Time with me. Bye.